a ninth alleged member of a Christian militia group accused of plotting to start an uprising against the United States government was arraigned this afternoon in Detroit.
Start some sort of anti-government upheaval.
Members of the Michigan-based militia were arrested last weekend after FBI raids in Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana. They have been charged with planning to use weapons of mass destruction to kill police officers. Their website claims they were preparing for battle against the Antichrist.
An organization that tracks them found a big jump in the total number of hate groups last year. The growth in militias was a factor, now thought to number about 130.
For more, let me bring in former CIA agent Jack Rice. Jack, I think there are a lot of Americans, I'm guessing tonight, are out there wondering how many other groups are like this one out there at large that we know about or don't know about. This is pretty scary stuff.
Brian, the FBI says it does not expect these arrests to spark any violent reaction from other militia groups whose numbers are on the rise. And while most of these groups are not violent, the senior FBI official said today that the temperature of their rhetoric is heating up.
Now, the FBI had them under surveillance for a year and a half, and it turns out that they were planning something for next month. Weapons of mass destruction, how sophisticated were they?
Well, that's a good question. We know that this is more than just your average criminal, and that is the problem. I mean, that's always been the problem when I've talked to police in Los Angeles, New York, or any place else, is that sometimes you're starting to see the sophistication that these guys have more than the local police have. And so all of a sudden, it's not just the police against the small fry. It's a big organization. But I think the broader question we should probably be thinking about is this idea of a Christian warrior. To me, this highlights one point that you and I have discussed in the past. Some have talked about racial profiling when it comes to terrorism-related cases and going after Muslims. And I said that that was completely ridiculous, frankly stupid. I mean, if we're going to use that same logic, then I guess the argument now would be what we're going to do is start targeting all Christians? Well, that would be equally foolish. You look at the acts, and in this case, these are bad acts. Go after them for what they do, not for what they think.